Welcome to the Fantasmagorium show. On today's show, Brendan Fraser, you bet your ass, with Scorsese, Cronenberg returns. And the Fantasmagorium show has 500 subscribers. Can we stop? No, we have to keep going. 500 subscribers. Always nice to have an audience. And we do have a very special announcement for you today. Let's go.
And we are live.
Really? Come on, man. Let's do it again.
Cut.
Stop. Quit. Now we gotta keep going.
That wasn't too bad.
It wasn't as awful as I think. Thank you. I appreciate that. Your graciousness. Thank you. How are you today, Steve?
I was just going to ask you the same question. I'm doing okay. It's a bit of a bummer day. I'm trying to get back up, and this show obviously always lifts my spirits, and hanging out with you does as well. So we'll get there. We don't have a packed show today. Kind of a slower news day, but we have some interesting articles. A couple of trailers to get to. But before we do that, how was your day going?
I am super jazzed. You know what? Take care of the housekeeping, and then we'll get to how excited I am.
Yeah, let's do that. Like we do every day, please like, share, subscribe, do all this, hit the little bell, do all those little things that we always ask you to do. Like we say every day, subscriptions are awesome, but liking, sharing, especially sharing, and commenting, that engagement really helps us grow. Helps the channel grow, and we appreciate that. If you'd like to send a tip with your comment or question, please do so. www.streamelements.com/Fantasmagorium show /tip. Also, please visit our website, www.phantasmagoriumshow.com. There you'll find our show, our short clips, Black Phillip Alvarez show, maybe some new shows coming down the pike. Who knows? And also a link to our audio-only podcast page where you can find all of those audio-only podcasts. Also there, you'll find a link to our shop, www.phantasmagoriumshow.com/shop, where you can pick up a t-shirt, hoodie. This helps the channel immensely, and also gives you something in return. So with that all kind of out of the way, Scotty, I'll let you get on to our little celebration for the day.
What? 500 500 subs?
500. We're actually at 515 right now, the last time I checked.
Oh, my stars.
It's amazing.
I am so happy that you and I get to talk about the things that we like to talk about, and that there are at least 515 people who like talking about it as well.
Right. I liked it enough to hit the button and subscribe, which is awesome.
Yeah. And, it's flattering. And I have been searching for so long to have conversations like this with you and with the chat and the community and everyone who watches, even the people who don't comment, although comment.
Like, subscribe, do all the things.
All the things.
Look at that, Scotty. 500 plus subscribers. This is crazy. Yeah. Thank you all for your support. Yes, it is crazy. We started out just a little over 5 weeks ago. So I think we're on week 6. This is our 31st show.
31
episode number 31. It's we've been growing at a really steady clip, and like I said, it is crazy. It's amazing that people have engaged the way they have and liked what basically a couple of fans talking about the stuff that they love.
And waxing intellectual about legalities and
right.
Hey man, we had a truffle pig.
We did have a truffle pig, which is pretty cool.
I'm so excited, and I really appreciate every time. Like when everyone who is watching, I have to say thank you. I like every click I like every comment, and even the ones that
even the bad ones, even the thumbs down ones.
The thumbs down. I got so excited when we got our first thumbs down. And having conversations with the Richard and Bunyan Snipe and Turge and Kat and
Rob
and Robert Meyer Burnett.
Right?
Was on this show. That's crazy awesome. That is a hero of mine from the late 90s, based on a movie that no one has seen, but I've seen it, and I hold it near and dear to my heart, and I can't believe. Yeah, and Free Enterprise, which is that is one of my gems. And so, like, to be able to fulfill a dream of having this conversation with you and with all of you in the audience, and being able to do this it's flabbergasting.
So thank you to all of our subscribers. I put this little thing together in celebration of 500 subscribers. I hope you like it. It's really quick. Here we go.
Here comes the crescendo.
I do enjoy that Thor is taken aback by V.
Right. Yeah. Good pull, Scotty. That's a good. But I figured a little fanfare was in order for our 500 subscriber mark. We said, we're setting goals, and we're trying to meet these goals, and look, it's all because of you guys. I mean, without you, we say it all the time. We're nothing without the chat. We're nothing without our community. We're nothing without the subscribers. We're nothing without the people who tune into the show either live or later on to the recordings. And please, if you are watching us, if you can't watch us live and you're watching this at a later time, please do comment. We'll respond to as many as we can. Most likely all of them. It's a good. That also helps us grow as well. All that commenting, it's just interaction that YouTube really looks at. Plus, it helps us gauge kind of how we're doing and what we're doing, and what you guys like, what you don't like, and how we can improve.
Well, and also when we ask you to engage with us, it's not, the onus is not on you. I would like to see every comment as a request for us to respond. And honestly, it doesn't have to, like, I'm not saying bang down the doors disagreeing with us, but even if you say, no, this isn't accurate, I want to engage with you guys. I want to learn new things. Like, when I'm wrong, please tell me. I've had enough relationships to be told when I'm wrong, and I've learned from every one of them. So I look forward to every interaction, and it's interesting to me, and especially in this milieu.
Also, kind of piggybacking on that note, we try to stay away from talking about other YouTubers. We really try to stay away from like the behind the scenes drama in Hollywood. We try to stay away from it as our main topics. But that doesn't mean we won't answer your questions if you ask one. So if you're in the chat or in a comment, or if you send us a letter or through the contact us form, please do that, and we'll answer those as well. So we're not afraid to talk about those kind of things or those issues. But what we do want to do, we just don't want to make them the main topics of the show.
I've never been a cuck.
I highly doubt that for some reason, but that's a discussion for another day.
I'm just saying.
Okay. Anyways, thank you, everybody. We really do
very much.
It.
Cheers. I raise my Star Trek The Next Generation cup, and I say thank you so much for watching. I can't believe you do, but I am thankful every time it happens.
Our next big goal will be 1,000. So The more everybody helps us grow and spreads the word and spreads the love, we want to get to that 1,000 subscriber mark if we can. So thank you in advance for all of your hard work and diligence on helping us grow the channel.
And I'm gonna have to get a better camera set up, so when I do get a Fantasmagorium shirt, that you can see it.
Right.
Because right now it's all just shoulder high.
Right.
So
okay, let's dive into the news topics for today.
Please.
First on the list is Brendan Fraser boards Martin Scorsese's Killers of the Flower Moon and legendary comedy Brothers. So this is a Deadline exclusive. Brendan Fraser, no sudden move, has joined the cast of Martin Scorsese's Killers of the Flower Moon and Max
Barbacow's
Brothers. So, Scotty, this is kind of a reemergence. I won't call it an assance yet, but it's a reemergence for Brendan Fraser after being out of the scene for a while. I
heard someone call it a Frasurgence.
Frasurgence?
Yeah. That is credit to one of the members of the Fantasmagorium.
I'll tell you what. After his portrayal and casting in Doom Patrol, I was like, all right, this is awesome. He kills the role, although it's mainly just all you hear is his voice. I don't actually know if he's actually in the robot suit or not, but he could be. I don't know
either, but I hope he is.
But yeah. But we're starting to see him slowly move back into features and other projects. So what are your thoughts on Brendan Fraser and especially being in a Martin Scorsese movie?
Well, Martin Scorsese is sort of he mines talent. I don't think he's ever, no. Can you name a time that Martin Scorsese has miscast anyone? And I can't do it off the top of my head. I'm not saying it's wrong.
He probably has, but I would have to dig. I'd have to dig through it to see. Nothing comes right off the top.
And also, he was in, no matter what you think of the award-winning movie Crash, he was in that. He has played dramatic roles, and also he's been in some of the biggest blockbusters of the 90s. I have no problem with Brendan Fraser. Now, complete honesty here. I didn't like Encino Man. How did you feel about Encino Man?
I didn't care for that movie either. Was he in Biodome too, or no?
No, I don't believe he was.
Those are all those movies that all came out at the same time. I get them all confused.
No, Biodome was one of the Baldwins and Pauly Shore, I think.
Right. But yeah, no, I wasn't a huge fan of Encino Man and all those kind of wacky ones that he was in, but he was in a few wacky ones. But he's done some stellar work in drama stuff. I like the Mummy movies.
I like the first two Mummy movies, and also one of my favorite movies, like romantic comedies with a little bit of a sci-fi slant or just a little bit of a quirky premise, was Blast from the Past with Brendan Fraser, Sissy Spacek, Christopher Walken, and Alicia Silverstone. Dave Foley was in that movie. Right. And I really enjoy that movie. No, well, okay, fair enough. Well, he's Canadian, you're not. Right. And I really enjoy that movie. If you look up the trailer, which we cannot play here, it does have a little bit of spicy language, but but I've always enjoyed Brendan Fraser, and also in reference to the latest Space Jam. Apparently, Looney Tunes Back in Action, starring Brendan Fraser, is better than the new Space Jam.
That doesn't shock me at all. Fraser will appear in Killers alongside Oscar winners Robert De Niro, Leonardo DiCaprio, and Emmy-nominated Jesse Plemons, which I love Jesse. He's awesome. and more. So yeah, that's killer cast. Good on him. I'd like to see him back. And he did come out and tell a deeply personal story about some things that happened to him when he was a younger man in Hollywood, which is courageous to say the least. And I'm glad that it seems that Hollywood is welcoming him back with open arms.
And I wish it were more about the audience welcoming him back as opposed to the business welcoming him back.
Well, I think people are really digging his like I am, his role in Doom Patrol.
Yes.
So I think the audiences will like what he brings to these future projects. That's my guess.
Well, to get down to brass tacks, do you like Brendan Fraser?
Yeah.
As do I.
Never had a problem. Yeah.
Yes, I am also a fan.
I am a fan. Speaking of fans, that's a horrible segue into.
No, it was great. It was great.
But not for what. So a new trailer dropped for the new Avengers. What If? I figured we'd check that out real quick, and then we'll talk about it on the other side.
What if the stories you remember changed in a way you'd never forget? T'Challa! What if the heroes you knew became something larger than life? On August 11th, expect the unexpected. Well, that's weird. And ask yourself the question, what if? Streaming August 11th, only on Disney+.
Oops. Sorry about that. Little technical difficulty. So we're going to get... Are you getting excited about this thing at all? The What If series? Yeah, me too.
Hi.
Hello.
I have one wish. And putting these I want my Peggy Carter kicking ass.
Well, it looks like you're getting it.
That is what I want.
Right? I'm really looking forward to it too. I don't know if what I'm looking forward to more. If I'm looking more towards the show or the ability to talk about it on our show with you. You know what I mean? Because I think it's going to be fun to go, over these episodes and give our thoughts and comments.
Well, were you a fan of the comic back in the day?
I don't think I really read any What Ifs. I don't remember. I know I knew of them, and I knew of the Elseworld stuff at DC too. I don't think I never got into any of them. So the answer is no. And if I did, it was a one issue thing, and it didn't leave a mark.
Well, and I don't want to sound like I'm steeped in the lore of it. I enjoyed them when I picked them up, but they were the kind of comics that I rolled up and put in my back pocket because they weren't part of the ongoing series, but they were always so delightful. And so now, and also with Chadwick Boseman's final performance as T'Challa, it just seems fun, and I like the look of the animation. I think it's going to be just a hootenanny of awesome.
Yeah, me too. Animation looks great. The story seemed pretty cool. And, we ran down the list yesterday of the voice talent coming back, and some that aren't. But I'm looking forward to all of that. So that looks great.
Although someone did ask today as to whether or not Tom Holland was going to play Spider-Man in this show. And
the answer, I think, is no. Because yesterday it says no.
Okay.
That he wasn't returning.
Yesterday was so long ago.
It was
I can't recall.
Next up on the docket, Scotty.
Yes, sir.
David Cronenberg's sci-fi film Crimes of the Future, starring Viggo Mortensen and Lea Seydoux, I think is how you... Seydoux. Not ow, but ooh. Starts filming. So the king of body horror is back on set. I know it took a long time. For his next sci-fi film, David Cronenberg's Crimes of the Future has officially started filming in Europe starring all the people I just mentioned. Oh, Kristen Stewart and Scott Speedman are actually in the movie as well.
Scott Speedman, thank
I know,
God.
right? Haven't seen him since a Underworld movie, I think.
I'm pretty sure.
So Crimes of the Future was announced last April when Cronenberg said he has unfinished business with the future. So yeah, it looks like they're filming. It doesn't give any kind of idea, at least in what I have, of when we can expect to see this movie. But it's been I think 10 years since we've seen a Cronenberg film.
Which one was the last one?
I can't remember.
I kind of want to say
Crimes of the
Existence or History of Violence.
Extents. I think it is Extents. Mapped to the Stars, 2014. So it hasn't been quite 10 years. Cronenberg.
Still, that's a heck of a hiatus.
Right. 2014 to 2021. And the first original script since 1999's existence. So.
Wow.
Yeah. But and I'm excited. I like Cronenberg's stuff. I like his son's stuff. I don't know if anybody saw Possessor, but I think I liked that more than most people did.
And that was a Cronenberg flick?
It was Brandon Cronenberg's.
Oh, okay. Well,
his son was. I like his son's stuff, but I do like Cronenberg stuff. Body horror stuff is pretty cool.
But he's not exclusively a body horror.
Not exclusively.
No, and I think that a lot of people sort of dismiss David Cronenberg as being a body horror on the outlier director, storyteller, but I don't think that that's necessary. It's not necessarily an accurate representation of what David Cronenberg does. No,
they say that because of The Fly, I think, and some others, but The Fly, I think for sure.
Have you ever seen Naked Lunch? Jeez.
Naked Lunch. Right.
And so, but and also that was an adaptation. I think that there are, he does create an atmosphere within his films, and it engulfs you, it grabs you by both shoulders and pulls you into the film. And if you are engaged, you are. If you are repulsed, you are.
You are.
That is his intention. It is the point when you watch a Cronenberg film to affect you. And if you do not like the effect, that's cool. But I am always interested to see what happens when David Cronenberg wants to affect me.
Right. So obviously The Fly was one of his great successes. The other big commercial success was Videodrome. And it looks like this is going to be a sci-fi film. Crimes of the Future, obviously. So it'll be interesting to see. I'm on board. I've always been on board with his stuff, so can't wait to see that. And we'll look for it. I would assume this will be coming out about this time next year. If not a little sooner, but probably this time next year.
Well, possibly. I don't know. Cronenberg seems to have a great he is a quick turnaround.
Yeah, it all depends on the sci-fi elements, how much effects or visual effects they'll need to put into the movie, and probably not much. Because
David Cronenberg is not much of a CGI individual.
Yeah, so I would assume that the post will be pretty quick, pretty standard. But yeah, so we'll be looking forward to that. Crimes of the Future. Next up, our main kind of story today was the Cobra Kai star, and this I'm going to screw this up probably too.
Hang on a second. I'll wait.
Okay, it's
what's his name? Cobra Kai star Xolo Maridueña.
I think it's Maridueña. Xolo Maridueña. Yeah, I think that's how it's pronounced. Cast as Blue Beetle in the HBO Max film.
If Xolo Maridueña is watching right now, please subscribe and send us an email. Absolutely. And we'd love to talk to you. It would be great.
Tell us how bad we suck.
Yeah,
that's fine.
And also tell us what the hell a Blue Beetle is.
We are one step closer to seeing Blue Beetle in action as Xolo Maridueña. Maridueña? I think that is.
Sure.
Has been cast to star as the DC superhero for HBO Max. The Wrap broke the news about the casting, with the casting becoming official when Maridueña and Soto arrived at the Suicide Squad's world premiere on August 2nd. The Hollywood Reporter's Aaron Couch reported that Warner Brothers executives offered the role to the rising actor the night before over dinner. Wow, that's cool. Offered them the role. Blue Beetle will center around the superhero's third incarnation, named Jamie Reyes, a Mexican-American teenager who finds himself bonded with an alien scarab. So that's interesting because
I have no idea about Blue Beetle.
So there was
I know more about Booster Gold than I do about Blue Beetle.
And that was the talk, right? The talk was there was going to be kind of this, and this is going back years now to even, when John Schnepp was doing the Heroes show. We were talking about the Blue Beetle, Booster Gold, buddy cop in space kind of movie they were trying to do over at Warner Brothers.
Mm-hmm.
I think that pretty much died out with the old regime.
Okay.
I think the new regime came in and decided that they did want to move forward with Blue Beetle, but in this other form. The one thing that I think fans are going to, first of all, fans are going to be like, yay, Blue Beetle. And then they're going to realize that this isn't the Blue Beetle that knows Booster Gold. This is a different incarnation of Blue Beetle altogether. Okay. So I think people are going to
tell me I don't know anything about astral projection or who is Blue Beetle?
I don't know who Blue Beetle is. I'm not
are you a fan?
I can't tell you because I don't know enough about this incarnation of Blue Beetle to have an opinion either way. I didn't read any of the runs, the Jamie Reyes runs, so I have no idea.
Now, may I ask you a follow-up question?
You can ask anything you'd like, Scott.
I love you too, buddy. So are you interested in a new superhero property that you know nothing about?
Yeah. Well, the short answer is yes.
Okay.
The longer answer is probably going to be more like a maybe. I like the fact that this is exclusively a movie for HBO Max.
Okay.
So it's not, it's not something that we have to worry about box office draw and all this other stuff. It feels like it's just let's talk about these B and C level characters in our catalog and do it in a way that's not going to cost us $200 million a movie. Right.
Right. Yes.
So
I'm
excited for that.
Yeah, and we had that conversation yesterday in regards to, is it more profitable as being a television show or a direct to streaming release as opposed to a big budget theatrical release? And I agree with you on that. I don't know. I don't know anything about the Blue Beetle, and so I don't know. It would depend on the promotional material. And
never been a big. I've never been a big, huge fan of Blue Beetle. Other than I know he's usually with Booster Gold. Although I know for a fact this incarnation of Blue Beetle doesn't know Booster Gold. So that kind of takes that away from that movie, which I think fans are going to be like, when they realize that, they're going to be bummed.
Yeah, but that's also that's kind of like the end of Green Lantern when Sinestro shows up and it's like, oh, Sinestro's gonna be in the next movie, and then all of a sudden you got Deadpool shooting Ryan Reynolds in the head at the end of Deadpool 2. So it's like, okay, well, none of this is confirmed or promised. It's just a matter of, well, we don't know.
So we'll just have to see what we get with this incarnation of Blue Beetle.
But I think that's a relatively comfortable place to sit when it comes to any of these properties.
Yeah.
We'll know when we see what it is. I'm looking forward, and bringing these lesser known, and I don't want to say like B or C or A or any level superheroes, there are fans to these characters.
Absolutely.
And they want to see them.
Mm-hmm.
They're sick and tired of seeing the 11th reincarnation of Superman or Batman or Catwoman or Wonder Woman or whatever. And it's like, okay, well, we have all these other heroes, and I would like to see them.
Well, and that's why I think these streaming services, they offer a place for these kind of movies and stories to be told, and a place for them to reside. That way, like I said, we're not spending 150 million on a maybe Booster Gold movie. That one probably win because you could cast that one right, and people would probably get it. Or a Blue Beetle movie, if you tried to put this movie out without Booster Gold and spend 150 million dollars on it, it would tank most likely, because it's just, that's not where these kind of things need to live. These kind of stories need to be told on these services and streaming services. So that I think it's a great place for a project like this to reside, to live.
If there are no follow-up questions, I agree.
Perfect. Moving on. Natalie Portman abandons Days of Abandonment project. Project abandoned. So Natalie Portman has exited the HBO film Days of Abandonment. According to The Hollywood Reporter, the film was adapted from the novel of the same name by Elena Ferrante.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so I'm just skimming just real quick. Okay, so here's the statement. Due to unforeseen personal reasons, Natalie Portman has stepped down from HBO Film's Days of Abandonment prior to the start of filming. Unfortunately, the production will not move forward. We are very sorry we won't be able to bring this beautiful story to the screen with our talented writer, director, and cast. We send our sincere thanks to our cast, producers, and crew for all their passion and hard work.
Well, that's passive aggressive.
It sucks, right? So it just
seems, in terms of the announcement of representatives from HBO, it seems like Natalie Portman has stepped down, and based on the lack of that star power, we no longer have funding, and we won't be able to do this no mo.
Yeah,
so we're like sorry.
Her attachment was the reason the project got greenlit. She was also set to oversee as executive producer. Obviously, most of these big stars are executive producers now on these shows.
Oh, and Natalie Portman is one of the biggest.
Yeah. So it looks like that's exactly what happened. There was a project. She was attached for some reason, unforeseen personal reason. She could no longer do the project, and so the project went away. This happens all the time in Hollywood, actually. It's just when there's big stars involved, we hear about it more. So we thought we'd let you know. If you were looking forward to Days of Abandonment, sorry, we're going to have to wait longer. Hopefully they find somebody else.
What was that movie with Natalie Portman when she goes into the big bubble?
Oh, yeah, come on. It's a great movie.
Yeah, I've heard it's great. It's got not Jason Isaacs, Isaac Asimov. No,
please help us in the chat because I'm just having
I don't know, but I'm just saying, like, no, Natalie Portman is a powerhouse of Hollywood, and so it is interesting just to see when Natalie Portman decides that she doesn't want to do something anymore, the entire production falls apart, and. Yeah. And also it's part of the reason why I'm excited for Love and Thunder.
The movie is called Annihilation. I haven't
Annihilation.
Chat,
yes.
I haven't
thank you, chat. I appreciate that.
They probably. I haven't looked, but they probably got it before me. But
probably.
It took me a while. I have brain freeze sometimes.
No, dude, I'm 90% of the time just out of my gourd. Anyway, so it's you know what, the creative differences argument is always confusing, and
Well, at least they didn't use that. At least they just said, she had personal reasons she had to step down from the film. Okay, good.
And for personal reasons, and that's fine, I guess.
Yeah.
Everybody wants to call in sick some days.
Right. I wanted to call in sick today.
Yeah, I know. Me too, dude. I was having too good of a time.
The next item. Actually, this will be our last item, and then I do want to play the Cinderella official trailer from Prime Video.
90 Days.
The Crow reboot. The Crow reboot director weighs in on possible release of his adventure. Filmmaker Corin Hardy has been working on the development of a new entry into the Crow franchise for years, with the adventure even having Aquaman star Jason Momoa attached as the lead, only for that project to ultimately fall apart. With Hardy noting that he's reluctant to reveal details of the narrative in a different medium, as well as he's still holding out hope that the movie itself could happen one day. So he still wants to do that, right? Hardy has even previously shared a photo of Momoa in the iconic Crow makeup. With that iteration of the project seemingly being scrapped entirely in 2018. The filmmaker recently directed multiple episodes of Gangs of London, which is out now on DVD and Blu-ray. Mm-hmm. He kind of tells the story. You want to go ahead? You want to read that one? Kind of give the overview, the summary.
It's a story that I'm just in love with and wedded towards, and I put 4 years of my life into, and I love the blood and sweat and tears. And I have a ton of material, so I don't know whether one day, I suppose, I'm not really wanting to show them because I believe there will be a Crow someday, but we'll see. Hardy confirmed with comicbook.com. I do think both James O'Barr's original comic and the subsequent, that was editorialization. I do think both James O'Barr's original Crow graphic novel and the subsequent other iterations of that character in the comic books, there's no reason not to do a lot more with that character. The concept of the Crow, the mythology of the Crow, and the tone and what it represents is still unique within the world we're in at the moment. And I couldn't disagree more.
Really? You don't want any more Crow?
I don't you know what? I'm not that invested in the Crow. I like the original Crow, but it is a love story, and it is between the Crow who dies and his living love and the desire to protect that love through the power of the Crow. I do not think that it is any mythical thing. My favorite part of that original movie is that it was between a fall in love becoming a protector. And that is what connected me to that original movie. Mm-hmm. And that is what connected me to that original story. And to make it into a superhero franchise.
Fire it up. I know.
Seems trite. It just seems trite.
I don't know. I like the Crow.
I like the powers of the Crow.
Proyas's version of that movie, Vision.
Absolutely.
In that movie.
Yes.
I think.
You ever see the Kirsten Dunst version?
I have not.
Well, there you go, buddy.
Well, there you go.
I recommend watching it, and it will absolutely. It's like, what? Why? It's like the Crow. The Crow becomes disassociated from it. It isn't the power of the character who Jason Lee portrayed,
Eric Draven,
in the original. It is something more, and it's more than the character. It's more that something that is imposed upon you. And I don't like that. I liked that it was something that was supernatural, that happened based on the love of, like the story of the original movie was amazing, and I think that making it into a franchise diminishes the original film.
Oh,
every time they do it. Well, yeah, and let's agree to agree.
I'll agree that you're wrong, and we can move on.
No, I could be wrong.
Of course, you could be.
It's happened before.
All right, so let's move on to we'll watch this Cinderella.
I'm sure the chat has something to say.
I'm sure. We'll watch Cinderella. Then we have a special announcement to make, and then we will get to the chat.
Really, we're watching Cinderella. Let's go, Cinderella.
Let's go. Okay, Scotty. That's a. I'll just come out right out the hop and say that's a hard pass for me. Nothing about that looks good.
What is your favorite Cinderella movie?
I really like the Disney live action version of Cinderella. Actually, my favorite is
Lily James.
Yes, with Lily James. I thought that was amazing. Kate Blanchett. That movie is really good.
Okay. And also you could argue that the Princess Diaries is sort of a Cinderella movie.
Kind of. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Geez, if we're going to go down that, like King Ralph is kind of a Cinderella story.
Yeah.
But
Camila Cabello is very talented
and charming. Like that trailer showed off her charm.
Very talented singer. We'll see. Like I said, hard pass for me, but we'll see what her acting chops are. They did the right thing by getting Pierce Brosnan. You get a big name actor to kind of anchor the film, but man, nothing else in there looked interesting to me at all. The fairy godmother thing is typical.
I get so knee-jerk reactionary about James Corden.
Yeah.
I don't even know if he was in it. It just sounded
it sounded and looked like him. So,
I think that I don't know. I think like Cinderella seems like I like the story. I've always been taken by the music whenever they
but you know what, the Rhythm Nation, that kind of modern kind of music for some reason took me completely out of it. The trailer in the beginning. And I know it's kind of a vehicle for her to showcase her musical talent, but man, boy.
Well, Steve, can I take you down a tedious path?
If you have to.
I must. What is the story of Cinderella?
I'm not going to play the game. You can just tell me.
The story. Oh, you're not going to play? Okay, fine. Fair enough. Story of Cinderella is a woman who, and I don't know. I'm guessing. The story of Cinderella is a pauper who is controlled. She's like a housemaid who is controlled by her more affluent evil stepmother and two evil stepsisters.
That's right.
And she works really hard night and day, clean the dishes, do the laundry, Cinderella. And then finally she is taken by, or at least invited to a story. I don't know how she gets the fairy godmother. I don't know how that occurs.
Magic.
And well, okay, so magic happens. Cinderella goes to the thing, and then as she leaves, she loses a glass slipper, and then the prince is like, I want the woman who I fell in love with at my ball. And the dude goes throughout the kingdom and is like, does this shoe fit? And it's like, if the shoe doesn't fit, then you're not the chick I'm looking for. Right. And then when he finds Cinderella, it's like, oh, it's you. I'm so glad I found you. And now come with me to live in a castle.
Happily ever after.
And happily ever after. And I don't think that there's anything wrong with that. It is sort of like Cinderella herself is a MacGuffin.
Right.
You establish it in the narrative that she is a bit of a MacGuffin.
She is.
And but it is but the ultimate MacGuffin is true love, and so
that's fine.
know.
I'm not. My problem has never been with the story. I love the Cinderella story. My problem is this adaptation. It looks like shit.
Well, I don't know. It does. It does look like shit. It does look like shit.
That's
I want to give
with it.
Yeah, fair enough. Hey, man, if you had a choice,
yes,
to take a lady to a movie, would you take her to a Cinderella story?
That one, no.
Any of them?
Yes.
Really? Which one?
Yeah, I think the Kenneth Branagh Cinderella live action Disney movie is awesome. I think it's a great movie for a date.
When did that come out?
Long time ago.
How long?
Who gives a shit?
I do.
What does that have to do with anything?
Well,
Scotty?
how many years ago did that come out?
I mean, it's a long time ago.
Like ballpark.
10 years ago, 15 years ago, something like that. I don't know.
Do we really need another remake of Cinderella after 15 years?
No, but listen.
Is the point I was driving at, you ornery prick?
Right. The reason why you self-centered... No, I won't.
No, do it. I love it when you swear at me. Do it.
I lost my train of thought.
Hey, it doesn't matter.
No.
Let's move on. We're arguing about Cinderella.
I know, it's so silly. Two grown men.
Let's go.
No. The reason for the remake is because it's in the public domain. So because they can, I think they did. And it's probably it was a good vehicle for Camilla Cabello to show off her singing and maybe whatever acting talent she may or may not have.
Nani and a hot cha-cha. Let's go.
All right. Let's get to the special announcement, shall we?
Yes.
And for that, I do want to bring on Catherine. Take this away. There we go. And I do want to change our background for this announcement, and then I'll let Scotty go. You can't really see it, but it did change.
No, but there's fire in the bottom left corner. Hi, Kat.
Hi, Scott.
How are you doing?
Good.
Do you like James Bond?
Yeah.
You want to do a show about it?
Sure.
Okay, so starting tomorrow night on the Fantasmagorium channel, Kat and I are going to be doing a show called Martinis, Gadgets, and Guns, in which we discuss James Bond on the countdown to No Time to Die. And, hey, Kat, what are your qualifications talking about James Bond? I have plenty of qualifications talking about James Bond. I'm a cis white man. So what are your qualifications?
Seen all the films, read a bunch of the reference books, seen all the documentaries, follow the news sites, follow a lot of the other podcasts, and all the other YouTube channels associated with it. So, good.
Well, you seem to have a box set.
I do. It's right here.
So you've seen them all.
Bond 50. Yes, I've seen them all.
Yeah. And so we're gonna be talking about that tomorrow at is it 9 p.m. Eastern?
9 p.m. Eastern. So the show is Martinis, Gadgets, and Guns. It will premiere tomorrow night at 9 o'clock Eastern, 6 p.m. Pacific, and will repeat every Wednesday. Every Wednesday night thereafter. Same time.
It's a really great, and I'm super jazzed. I'm excited to talk about James Bond with you. You are an incredibly knowledgeable. Hell, I think that you could best me in a conversation. You already have. And I'm looking forward to it. So if anyone is looking forward to No Time to Die, I think that you should join us and check it out.
Yeah, so basically, what we wanted to do is bring kind of a weekly Bond show that highlights not only like news, if there is any, but highlights all the different facets of the universe, of the Bond universe, as well as kind of be a countdown clock to No Time to Die. Now, that gives us roughly 10 weeks until the movie premieres. And then, on the strength of viewership and some other things, if you guys really do like the show, we'll continue to do them. I'm really looking forward to this show. I think it's going to be great.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it too. I'm glad you offered it. This is going to be a lot of fun.
Yeah, it'll be a great to have both of your knowledge on the show, and so that it'll be hosted by Scotty R37 and Catherine. So it'll start tomorrow, and thank you both for agreeing to do it, and we're looking forward to it. Kat, do you want to stick around for the comments?
Sure.
Okay, cool. Let's we'll fire that back, and then we'll jump over. We've got a lot of comments. All right, cool.
So are you excited, Kat, or are you just like... No, you're not excited?
I think she missed. I don't think she heard that one.
Oh, it froze. Sorry.
Yeah. Cam says, "Hi, Steve and Scotty. 500 subs already. That's awesome, guys. Congratulations. Thank you, man. Yeah, it's a great achievement.
Thank you, Cam. You're part of the reason that we got here, man. Thank you." Terje says, "I had 500 subs once, constipated for a month." Dude, you know what? I just got the 500 subs. Steve and I did. And because we're sharing them, I'm hoping I'm only going to be constipated for 2 weeks.
Right.
Terje says, "But yes, congratulations, guys. Keep on growing."
That's the plan, buddy. That's the plan.
We're hoping. Terje says, "I had a great day today. God fat checked while delivering my kid to school when another kid asked me if I was a sumo wrestler. Hashtag diet now." You know what? I knew a guy who taught English in Vietnam, and one of the greatest compliments that was somewhat, it was difficult for him, is that the students would say, "Oh, you so fat," and it meant you're rich and healthy. And so, Terje, if you are a fat man, it means you are rich and healthy.
Dude, there's nothing worse than getting fat shamed by a kid.
But it's not fat shaming, it's fat elevation.
There you go.
Cam says, "Hey, Terje, know your name from Rob's channel." That would be Robert Meyer Burnett.
Yep.
And if you're not a fan yet, you should be.
You should be.
Was great to finally be able to put a face with your letters and comments after seeing you on the show. Hope to see you more. And we are always excited to see Terje. He is one of the mods here, and we love him.
And he's often a guest on our Friday free-for-all, and we're hoping to see Terje on Friday. And
also, he's Norwegian.
He is.
Todd Michael says, "What is up, beaches?"
What's up, beach?
Nothing. Terje says, Cam cool. Yes. I hang out here a bit, but not that much lately. Well, and F you too, pal.
There a bit, not here.
Oh, sorry.
There a bit, not here. So he hangs out at Rob's a bit, but not much lately. I'll be back, though. I've been on his show a couple of times also. Great fun. Yeah.
It is great fun. Nollydoc. Yeah. What's up? Todd Michael says, Brendan Fraser was really good in the TV series Trust a few years back. I never saw it.
I don't think I saw that either.
Never heard of it.
Please send links. Todd Michael continues with Xolo Maridueña. Maridueña. Oh my God. Like, we're terrible at pronunciation.
Yeah, that's kind of the charm of the show, I think.
I suppose.
I hope.
Sort of, kind of, at times looks like my son. I think he's too old now for Jaime Reyes. I'm sure that meant Jamie, but I'm going to mispronounce everything now on purpose.
It might be Jaime Reyes. I think it's Jamie Reyes, but it doesn't matter.
Oh, nope.
Yeah, Jaime
potato.
Correct pronunciation in that case, actually. Yeah. You got it right.
But they'll obviously skew older.
Yeah.
Cam says he was good in the first two Mummy movies. George of the Jungle, not so much. And I agree, Cam.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, that was kind of an embarrassment, and it reminded me a lot of Encino Man when he became sort of a Neanderthal clown. But that's also how he got his fame. Cam says, those were the days, Scotty. A couple of comics in my back pocket and headed out on my skateboard in the park. You lucky, talented man, you. I was always on a bicycle. I could never ride a skateboard.
Maridueña.
Maridueña. Thank you, Todd Michael. Maridueña. That is okay. I'm going to have to write that down. Todd Michael says, you kids got to get your accent aigu or whatever that thing is.
Tilde. Yeah.
Is it a tilde?
Yeah.
I don't know what it is.
Pronounced
Tilde?
IPA as NA. Yeah.
All right.
NA, I suppose.
So
Cinema
we
Gulp.
offer... Hey, Cinema Gulp. Oh, and I did want to, just before we close off, I wanted to thank all of the channels that have helped us. But Cinema Gulp says, great choice for Blue Beetle. He crushes it every season on Cobra Kai.
I'm not a Cobra Kai guy. I didn't think it looked low rent to me, so I didn't stick with it.
Oh, no, it's not low rent, sir. But I just haven't.
That's fine. It's not for me.
Yeah, no, it's not my jam either. I understand where you're coming from, but anyway, thank you, Cinema Gulp. Hey,
Yes.
Tim Possible, congrats on 500. Xolo is great casting for Blue Beetle. Blue Beetle is similar to Venom, but not as savage. LOL. Xolo is from Cobra Kai. Love that show. And Tim Possible, thank you again for being around from the beginning, and we will continue to support you. If you are a fan of us, then please check out both Cinema Gulp and Tim Possible.
Absolutely.
OST TV says, hi guys, long time sneaker, first time speaker. Thank you, OST TV.
Very nice.
What kind of cheese do you guys like? Hate. What does the R37 stand for, Scotty? Is it your radius? If there are no follow-up questions, yes. And in terms of the cheese that I like, I don't know, man. Like, I think Quantum Leap is cheese, but I love it.
Are we talking regular to eat cheese? If we are, Havarti cheese has always been one of my favorites.
Oh, I love blue stinky cheese. What do you think, Kat? What is your favorite cheese?
Cheese to eat, Swiss.
Okay.
Hate Munster cheese.
I don't think there is a cheese that I hate. Anyway.
Yeah, good for you.
Black Philip Alvarez says, wow, 500.
I know, right?
Hey,
Love
Phil?
it. That's another channel you should be checking out. Black Philip Alvarez show.
Couldn't do it without you, buddy. Like, you are absolutely one of the people who made both of us want to do everything that we're doing, and you're more than welcome at every moment. Cam says, Cinema Gulp, hello.
Hello.
Tim Possible says, Booster Gold is a time traveler, and that's why I like him. I like him that he's just an idiot kid who has time travel technology.
Yeah.
Because I feel like an idiot kid who has time travel technology. Black Phillip says, hola, amigos.
Hola.
Tim Possible says, I guess Blue Beetle would be a hybrid of Venom and Iron Man's suit. Oh, that's interesting.
Mm-hmm.
I think it'll be cool. Blue Beetle doesn't eat people's heads. Hello.
Yeah.
And yeah.
Kind of bummer there.
That's a benefit. May I excuse myself for just one moment?
Yep. Naladoc says, hey, Senor Alvarez. Todd Michael says, alas, there's no demand to see Dan Garrett, the Golden Age Blue Beetle. However, it would be really great if this new thing has the whole legacy aspect to it. We'll see. It's an interesting question. I don't know is the answer, but it will be interesting to see. Hopefully it's good. You know, I want these things to be good. Like I told Scotty, I do think HBO Max is a great place for these kind of things to live. You don't have to spend a ton of money. We can get subscribers in to watch some of these stories that you wouldn't have otherwise. So, are you familiar with the Blue Beetle character?
Vaguely.
Yeah.
So
in passing, pretty much. And just as kind of I don't want to call it a sidekick, but as a, always in reference to Booster Gold. Black Phillip Alvarez laughs out loud at Senor Alvarez. I think it's funny. Todd Michael says, "Oh, hi, Scott." He didn't really say that. I said that.
Oh, hi.
Oh, hi.
Todd Michael says Natalie Portman is still considered star power.
I think
would
so.
Yeah, I would say so. I guess I thought she dropped in standings some time ago. Who knew? Well, she is an Oscar winner for Black Swan. And also, she is a longtime actress who has proven herself. She does have power in terms of choosing directors, or at least endorsing directors.
She's a lot more selective of the movies she picks, which is why you don't always see her headlining these big mainstream movies.
Right.
Which is why her resume, I think, is pretty impressive. So I guess that's where the star power comes from. It's like, if you're getting Natalie Portman more often than not, you're getting quality content.
Right.
Now, may I interject with an aside question?
Yes.
Do you think that Annihilation was sort of one of those companion movies, sort of like a Deep Impact, Armageddon? When Annihilation came out, was it kind of like a rival?
No.
A little bit, but I think the thing with me and Annihilation is that after the scene where they first wake up inside the bubble and they have no memory of how they got there, to me the rest of that film unfolds like a standard B movie horror. And you guess the final twist way too early because they give it away pretty early in the film. And I didn't feel that Arrival by Denis Villeneuve, I'm in the minority on this, but I didn't think that was a great movie either because it felt like it was recycling the plot of 1,000,001 B sci-fi alien visitation films that I'd seen before, but the designs were really cool.
It was still better than the Day the Earth Stood Still remake.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I actually enjoyed both movies. I see it a completely different way than you do, Kat. I really like that movie.
Annihilation or
Annihilation?
Arrival?
I like both of them.
5 minutes too.
I do think Arrival is a little bit better than Annihilation, but Annihilation's right up there for me. It's really good.
But the
Alex
design of
Garland,
that movie, it was like eye candy watching that.
Yeah. Let's move on to. I was just going to say, just to follow up with Todd Michael's question, I don't think her cachet in Hollywood has diminished with Hollywood. It may have with certain fans, but not with Hollywood in general.
Well, and also it's moving on to Black Phillip Alvarez saying Natalie Portman has star power. Yes, like we just talked about a movie that she dropped out of because of personal issues, and the production apparently fell apart.
Yeah.
And so I would say that, yes, she brings star power. Yes. Terje says Natalie Portman is Matilda forever from Leon the Professional. Hey, Terje, I know that's your number 3 top favorite movie of all time. And thank you for divulging that. I apologize for exposing that to the world. I still want a movie about her grown up and being an active hit gal. Absolutely. And
I would like that.
I would be interested in that.
I'd see that movie.
Todd Michael says, speaking of star power, why aren't we demanding a reboot of the Powers of Matthew Star? I'm not familiar with that.
Yeah, me neither.
Todd Michael, please illuminate us. Black Phillip Alvarez.
It's just not registering right now.
Oh no, I haven't the faintest. Black Phillip says, Columbiana started out as a professional sequel. Oh.
Really?
Neat.
Well, thanks for that too. I didn't know that.
I did not know that either.
Thanks for letting us know that, Black Phillip Alvarez. It's awesome. Yeah, I didn't know that. I wish it would have stayed that way. Okay.
Terje says to Black Phillip, I've seen it once, but I can't really recall it that well. And yeah, me either. Black Phillip says, didn't care much for it, really.
Me neither.
Well, Then I'm glad that we got to our apathy at the same time. Black Phillip says, no one is asking for another The Crow movie. Agreed. Well, no, apparently people are. People with money are.
Mm-hmm.
Terje says, yeah, no more Crow. Even the original classic is really dated. Yeah, but it's... Yeah, I could have a long conversation about that.
The problem, I was just going to say, the problem is what Terje says next is so many awful sequels.
Mm-hmm. I want the cow. I want the cow. I'm imagining a vengeful cow. About a superhero who finds inspiration from a pissed off cow. He kills the lactose intolerant. Oh my God, I would pay money for the cow.
We got the pig. We got the lamb.
Wouldn't the cow kill all the people who would prefer to drink the cow's milk and then leave all the people who would leave them alone?
Yeah. We do have a cow movie coming. We have a pig movie coming. We have a cow movie coming, and we have a lamb movie coming.
I'm thinking about like Troy McClure in that educational video from The Simpsons, and it's like, and don't you fool yourself. A cow would kill you if it had the chance. And I'm like, what? Anyway, Todd Michael continues with The Crow does have one of the best music soundtracks of the 1990s.
It absolutely does.
Yes. And Black Phillip agrees.
Yep.
Todd Michael says, Idina Menzel. Oh, did I go all...
No, that's right.
All right. Idina Menzel means that it's going to be a hard pass from... Oh, really?
All right. Pass for me.
Cam says no, thank you. Well, I say thank you, Cam. Black Phillip says LOL with what the hell? LOL, what the hell? I just threw up in my mouth. You know what? We're not doctors. We can't help you with that. Cam says I too have my limits. We all do. And Todd Michael says Cam LOL. Terje says Cinderella can get the Cinderella out of here. Don't slip on your glass shoes on the way out. Easy, Terje.
Terje's in rare form today.
It's a story about a lady being rescued. I don't
Coming
care.
With the jokes. All right.
Like, you know what? You could remake a Cinderella story where the Prince Charming ends up being a Princess Charming, and if you wanted to make it a same-sex sort of, it could be the same thing. We watched the Fear Street trilogy, which had a completely endearing and lovely and realistic, lovely same-sex relationship that was not necessarily based on, well, we're both girls and we love each other and that's what makes it right. No, there was still strife. There was still difficulty in that relationship. And so if you wanted to make a Cinderella story that involved all girls with an evil stepfather, I'm sure that there would be pundits who would say, this is terrible. And I would be like, well, no, it's the same story. It's fine. Like, it doesn't really bother me. All it comes down to is magic in glass slippers. Anyway, Todd Michael says...
Thanks for the Boston ass impersonation, by the way.
Really? Was that what that was? Anyway, Todd Michael says, Scotty, tedious path, R37. I can be tedious. And popper. Yes, I am. I am a popper.
But so is she. She was... I think she was considered a popper.
Cam says, that was Corden. Once you've seen him in Cats, you can't unsee it. My eyes are still burning.
Burning. Yeah, absolutely.
Oh, my God. You guys, have you seen The Late Show with James Corden? If you go back and you check out The Late Night with Craig Ferguson, you will understand what happened to the death of late night television.
Yeah.
Todd Michael goes on. Oh, LOL. That must be Canadian for pauper. And if they're, yes, it is. Todd Michael says to Cam, apparently, according to the Andrew Lloyd Webber interview that he watched, he actually got them to tone down some of Corden's crap. I can't imagine what it had to be like before that. You know what? The weird thing is that they were like, I am a big fan of practical effects. And there was a moment where I saw, and just a brief clip today on something that I was watching that was making fun of cats, and it had liquid pouring into James Corden's face. And it was all CGI, and he was pretending to gulp down CGI water. And I was like, you know what? I remember a time when performers had to be doused with water for the reality of their performance. But nowadays, it's like, no, I want to waterboard James Corden.
Okay.
Well, no, not literally. I'm just saying that if you are going to be performing something in such a way, then you're going to have to, I'm sort like, as far as I'm concerned, Harrison Ford jumped off that dam.
Sure. He sure did. Black Phillip Rivers says, like 2016 or 2015. I think we're talking about when did Cinderella come out? Didn't want to play the game. Yeah, I think that's right. Yeah, that sounds right.
Cam says, I like the animation in Happily Ever After. Happily Never After, about what happened after the Happily Ever After. Well, if you'd like to see what happens after Happily Never, I would recommend the sequel trilogy of Star Wars.
Yeah.
Kat, I believe this is yours.
Cat is in the house. Yes, sir.
Cam says to Todd Michael, must have been awful. It was. And Terje says, awesome. I love Bond. I once won a trivia game. Didn't win a car, but some fame and goodies. Well,
there you
Terje,
go. Good for you.
Todd Michael saying to Cam, apparently he didn't have much control over the film. And, well, we all know how that film ended up.
Yeah, horrible.
That was a hard pass for me from the moment they put the trailer out.
Oh, yeah. Yep, me too. I was like, nah, I'm not interested.
Cam says he's a huge fan of Bond. And your dad named you after Connery? Well, hey, man. Tomorrow night, starting at 9
o'clock Eastern.
6 Pacific.
That's right.
Terje says, I have an even better fat elevation story. From years ago. Was walking to work. Some kids down the road ran and hid. One stood his ground. Are you a troll? He asked. Yes, I shouted. He ran. Good for you, Terje. But you are much more attractive than a troll. I don't think you should accept that.
Yeah.
Todd Michael says Cobra Kai is a total low rent and amazingly silly, stupid fun. Dude, I want to watch it, but I haven't. It is surprising. It is a surprisingly great show. Steve needs to just suck it up and love it. Get with the Cobra Kai bandwagon, Foley.
Ain't gonna happen.
I couldn't get. I couldn't even get with the Karate Kid bandwagon.
Yeah. Like, do you guys even? Sorry, Kat.
Yeah, I couldn't even get with the Karate Kid bandwagon. I don't think I got through the whole movie even in one sitting, but I've probably seen it all in bits.
I like the Karate Kid movies. And I think I've seen all of them except the new one with Will Smith's son. I stopped after I think the fourth one. I think, but
I've only seen the first one. I don't know anything after that.
Yeah, I just nothing about it looked good when it was on YouTube to me. I tried the first episode and I was like, well, this is horrible, and I just checked out.
Well, it just wasn't to your taste. It just
wasn't to my taste.
Yeah.
It's horrible for me.
Yeah. Terje says to Todd Michael, I can't wait for season 4 of Cobra Kai. Steve thinks you're wrong. I watched the 3 first seasons in a little over a week. Binge monster. Yeah, and
I don't think Terje's wrong. He's just misguided. That's all.
Well, I don't even think he's misguided. Like, people have told me to watch The Expanse. I haven't gotten into it. People have told me to watch For All Mankind.
Oh,
and
you should definitely watch both of those shows. Are amazing.
Yeah, and they sound fantastic. I haven't had access to them, and and the shows that I have had access to, like Cobra Kai, it just seems like it seems like reminiscing on an old story, and I'm starved for new stories. And so
okay,
I'm looking forward to the others as opposed to Cobra Kai. Todd Michaels said to Turge, Matt and I were shocked. We loved it as much as we did. We knew high school karate could come. Who knew?
Who knew?
High school karate could cause so much drama. Well, without Pat Morita, I'm out.
Right.
Degrassi Knowles. Hello, Degrassi Knowles. DC has such great ties to Egyptian mythology.
Oop.
I hope Kat's back. But if not, if Kat doesn't come back, you can join her again tomorrow night on Martinis, Gadgets, and Guns here on the Fantasmagorium channel. DC has such great ties to Egyptian mythology. Blue Beetle is definitely part of that legacy with Shazam, Hawkman, and Black Adam. I do enjoy,
Yeah, I mean, we'll see. I wish they were kind of. We'll see. I was kind of hoping they go more with the Blue Beetle that I'm more familiar with, but we'll see how this turns out. Like I said, I think this is a good place for shows like this to live and these stories to be told. So we'll see how that goes. And I want to see I want to see a trailer. I want to see some footage, and we'll see what happens.
Cam says, I'm about to binge Cobra Kai. Good luck to you. Here it's great. Looking forward to it. Been binging a lot of classic Who. Oh, Cam, I would love to hear who your favorite doctor is.
Is there a doctor in the house?
Well, yeah, Cat's back.
Cat in the house for sure.
Todd Michaels says, just let it happen. Let it flow through you to Cam. Todd Michaels says, ear perk. Classic Who. Ooh. What doctors? Which stories? We will get to a Doctor Who. We'll deal with a Doctor Who later. We can't get into Doctor Who now.
No, because I've watched one episode of Doctor Who my entire life.
I can help, but you guys are probably smarter. Degrassi Knowles says, Portman's got cachet. Rare actress, good or bad. I agree with you, Dr. Knowles. Or Degrassi Knowles. Sorry, I got my doctors. Turge says to Todd Michael, I have a hand-knitted full-size Tom Baker doctor scarf. I envy you with every fiber of your scarf.
Nice.
Todd Michael says to Turge,
Of course you do. I know.
Because you are a god, sir. Turge says, sometimes it's all I wear. Oh, stop it. I can't
sometimes it's all I wear, and I just skip through my house humming the theme tune.
Anyway.
Oh, boy. Right.
Todd Michael says, hold me like you
we did say we're nothing without the chat, right?
Yeah.
Brought this upon ourselves.
I can only get so erect.
Todd Michael says at Turge, hold me like you did by the lake on Naboo. Yeah. Oh, that one time on the lake.
Well, and that's a whole other conversation in regards to, what's her name? Her career. Padme. Degrassi says she was remarkable in Lucy in the Sky. Not a movie for everyone, but big ups, John Hamm movie. I have to see it yet. I haven't seen it yet. Cam says to Turge, I've got one too. Oh, my stars. Everyone has a Baker scarf. Tom was my first doctor as a kid. Mine too. Been watching Pertwee and Hartnell. Oh, okay. Classic Who channel on Pluto TV.
I have Pluto. Maybe I'll give it a shot again. I don't know. We'll have to see.
Cam says, I got the scarf, not skipping though. Well, Cam, if you have the opportunity, I would recommend wearing nothing but the scarf and skipping and humming the theme.
Freedom.
Yeah, it's true. Todd Michael says, I think I could use some Joe Grant stories. Joe Grant does not have an E. I think it's just J-O.
Joe Grant.
Joe, hey, correct. Todd Michael gets it.
Corrected himself.
Todd Michael says the best Cinderella story so far is a link that is currently in the chat. I would highly recommend you click on it.
Check it out.
I'm sure it's not a sketchy link. Terje says Scottster expands.
Do it.
I didn't think I'd like it. I devoured it like a graboid at the damn music festival in the desert. It's one of the best sci-fi shows ever, and I agree. I have been remiss, and it is my mistake.
It's one of the. Go ahead, Kat.
By the way, I did check Todd Michael's link. It's the Caddyshack Cinderella story he's referring to.
Nice.
I love it. Thank you, Todd.
Yeah, The Expanse is one of the best hard sci-fi TV shows in a long time, since Battlestar Galactica, I think.
Well, I like Jared Harris, so there's no reason.
Yeah.
Cam says, I don't want to scare the cat or my housemate.
Right. No, I get it. It's probably wise to.
Well, don't scare anyone.
Self-edit.
Yeah.
Self-edit. Always think twice about skipping through your house with only a scarf on.
So is that the end of the chat?
Windows closed. That's the end of the chat for today. Unless people start firing them in, which they're like to do every once in a while.
Well, and I enjoy it when they.
I do too.
But also, we got a big day tomorrow. So, do you want to just like shut her down?
I think, yeah. Let's see. I live alone. Troje says, I live alone. So alone.
Sometimes it's dark.
It's lonely here.
Meanwhile, Cam says, Steve, give who a half hour at the beginning of a story and see how you like it.
Yeah, it's been a long time since so the episode, if I remember correctly, I was a kid, and I do think it was the Baker doctor, the hat and the scarf. So yeah, I don't.
And Kat, I apologize if I missed it. Are you a Doctor fan?
Never seen it.
Really? Okay. I'm my favorite Doctor would be a tie between Troughton and Capaldi.
But I do know a Doctor Who super fan who goes to a convention every year in LA for Doctor Who and sends me postcards from there and tells me all about it.
That's supposedly that's impressive.
Right?
Supposedly that's impressing people. I don't know what that is.
Well, no, a sonic screwdriver should be.
I was going to say, is that like a low rent neuralizer from?
No.
Well, I literally pulled it out of my ass.
Well, I saw the light.
Todd
turned it on, and I'm like, it reminds me of a neuralizer.
The neuralizer.
See?
Oh, just get your mind out of the.
It makes a similar noise, even. It's great.
Todd Michael says, just because you want more chat, I refuse to give you more chat, and for your non-compliance, thank you.
Thank you very much, and send all your money.
Easy, Tiger. So anyway, so that's
we have more. We have more chats.
We do. Mm-hmm. Todd Michael says, do not do more chat. Make them beg for it.
Oh, yes.
And then Todd Michael says, okay, never mind. Let's do Occupy the Fantasmagorium show chat.
Cam says, thanks, guys. Everyone in the chat, be well and take it easy. Thanks for stopping by, man.
Yeah, thank you, Cam, for maintaining a certain level of professionalism and decorum. Yeah, I appreciate that, Todd Michael says. Troughton is my favorite Doctor, mine too. I cry thinking of all his lost material, as do I. I am so disappointed that we're never going to get all of that. And the only thing I want is a Blu-ray of War Games. That is the only thing I want. I just want... Oh. Black Phillip says, I've never seen a Doctor Who either. I've never seen a Doctor Who. Eggplant. And Cam admired my sonic screwdriver, ya heathens.
Yeah, heathens. Okay. So with that out of the way, I think we're going to bring this episode of the Fantasmagorium show to an end. We will be looking forward to everyone hopefully joining us for Martini's Gadgets and Guns tomorrow night.
Yes.
We'll also be back at our regular time for the show. Todd Michael just jumps in and says, the War Games is great. Long ass story.
Yeah, and it's one of the complete ones, and so I highly recommend it. Like, it's just one of the few Troughton ones that you can get. You can get Jamie, Troughton, and I want to say Zoe. I think it's Zoe. And I love all three of them together. But anyway, we're going to be back tomorrow.
Cam says War Games great storyline. Yeah.
Yeah,
okay.
And I agree with you, Cam. And I just want to say, in terms of everybody who has been playing along, I want to thank Cinema Gulp. I want to thank Tim's Talk. I want to thank Captain Cockney Spock. I want to thank Mr. Brown's Alliance. I want to thank Richard Wilson, the Richard. I want to thank Todd Michael. I want to thank Turge.
Phillip Alvarez.
You're right here.
Kat.
Black Phillip Alvarez, who is available on our channel. Watch his shows. He is so endearing. He is a lovely man. You should listen to whatever goddamn word he says. Everything. Like, I am so jazzed that this
Degrassi Knowles. We want to thank him. Darius Munchausen. Darius Munchausen.
Like
everybody who's supporting the channel.
Mel.
Yeah.
Simone on like everyone, and I'm missing so many people who have been helping. It's amazing. I can't believe it, dude.
I know. 500. So, anyways, thank you everybody for helping support the channel and helping us grow. And and
Robert Meyer Burnett,
of course, and Robert Meyer Burnett. And let's keep pushing to 1,000. Yeah, we that's our next goal. We'll set it, and hopefully we'll achieve it as soon as possible. So with that kind of out of the way, I think we'll bring this episode to an end. Catherine, thanks for jumping on and promoting your new show. We're looking forward to that. And for Catherine, Scotty R37, I am Steve Foley. Have a great day, everybody.
See you guys.